Today we're going to talk about Southbend Lakes in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Now, if you love to go boating, if you just want water access, well, this is probably your last resort. If you kind of want to stay on the left side of things or the west side when it comes to Port St. Lucie. And we're going to go over all the details right now. Hi everyone, my name is Natalia Reinhardt. I'm a realtor with Home Sweet Home Realty right here on the Treasure Coast, and I talk about where to live, where to eat, and where to play. So if you are interested in the Treasure Coast, whether there's Martin County, St. Lucie, Indian River, then subscribe. I post videos every week, or at least I try to. So let's get started with Southbend Lakes. I am loving Southbend Lakes. It's one of those areas where, depending on your GPS, it's probably gonna take you, through Southbend Lakes. It's just a very good road, accessible road to take to go north or south, south or north, between Becker and Port St. Lucie Boulevard. So if you have been around in Port St. Lucie, you've probably driven by Southbend Lakes. And let me tell you, it has its own, identity. You can tell this is a different neighborhood. Southbend Lakes is smack in the middle of Port St. Lucie. It's really nice. So it's kind of, again, your last access to water, to the river. Yet you have close proximity to tradition and all those fun, restaurants and things to do. Then you have the beach in 30 minutes or less. You have Stuart and Jensen Beach very accessible, and you can get to the turnpike mighty quickly. So you're like pro, check. There's just a lot of things going on that makes Southbend Lakes so desirable. Really desirable, and therefore not a lot of resale. One of my last videos I spoke about Sandpiper Bay, which is on the east side of the St. Lucie River, and love it. Check out my video if you want to see it and all the details. Okay, then now we're moving on to the west side of St. Lucie River, and Southbend Lake starts with the canal, the C24 Canal. Then it runs on the side of the St. Lucie River all the way down to Becker Road, which is pretty much the perimeter of the county, also Port St. Lucie. And then you have the turnpike. So this area is quite large. Southbend Lakes is one of the largest neighborhoods for Port St. Lucie. And so that's why I kind of decided, hey, let me just divide the video. So this is part 1 of 2. Okie dokie. I began to mention it, the C24 Canal. So we'll start there. All right. Why is it amazing? Well, it is this boat ramp, deep water, and it is public, right? It is accessible to the public. And it's right between, actually, Southbend Lakes, which is the neighborhood we're talking about right now, and then Canal Point, which is another small neighborhood. And it's large enough. It's large enough to hold so many boaters, do your boat thing, unload, park, plenty of parking. There's pavilions. So, it's just a well-maintained little boat ramp park, centralized, where you get access from the canal to St. Lucie River, and it goes down to the ocean without having to drive, okay, people? I'm talking about if you live in Southbend Lakes or Canal Point, you might get there in 5 minutes or less. That's awesome, okay? Where you don't have to drag your boat 30 minutes to the beach. So if you're a boater, prime. Some of the amenities, if you will, that you can find around Southbend Lakes are preserves, or at least there's one accessible preserve, Spruce Bluff Preserve, where you can have hiking trails and take your dog. You know, there's birding, there's hiking. They even do some historical like trails where you can learn about the settlements and so forth. So that's truly accessible. That's actually right at the border, north border of Southbend Lakes. And so I love that that's there. Again, you don't have to drive, 10 to 30 minutes away in order to get to a trail that is safe and shaded and whatnot. So Spruce Bluff Preserve is there for you. Very convenient. The second item that I want to bring up is Jessica Clinton Park. And Jessica Clinton Park is large enough where you can host many different activities. There are baseball fields. There's just those, playing fields that you can do different things on, whether soccer or whatnot. There's a playground, and there's even like exercise equipment, like their own, the local gym, outside gym. So that's accessible. And so Jessica Clinton, very large, and they have activities there all the time, whether at a city level or whatnot. Very, very convenient. So is the area family oriented? That's Port St. Lucie in general, but I love Southbend Lakes because you just have it all bloop right there. You have water access, you have a preserve, you have an awesome park to get to. And you can really do it if you wanted to in a golf cart. And you see some, that's not very common there. But you hop on your car real quick. And again, in less than 5 minutes, you're in one of those locations between the boat ramp, the preserve, and the park. So as you can imagine, it is a hot spot. People want to be in Southbend Lakes because you have waterfront properties. Okay, and yes, there's plenty of waterfront properties. That doesn't mean that they're on sale. Very, very few of those go on sale. Okay, so when it does, you kind of like jump on it. It's intense. Okay, so then you have still a nice border. So there's waterfront properties on the canal with no HOA. Woohoo! Then you have waterfront properties going down St. Lucie River. So in St. Lucie River, we have then 2 subdivisions, private gated communities, that pretty much took the rest of the waterfront properties for St. Lucie River. And so the first one is called Vikings Lookout. Again, those homes are luxury homes. Some of them can have up to 3 acres of property. Gorgeous location, very private, and the HOA is actually very low. It's less than 200. When it comes to the private gated community, Bay St. Lucie, you have only 30 home sites. Yeah, so very limited, and about 23 are actually on the water, the rest are not. So exclusive, also luxury homes, mansions, lots of acreage, where they have just that benefit of having water access. So it is beautiful if you get to own one of those homes, let alone if they're on sale. You kind of jump on that too. So yes, lots of waterfront properties to choose from, but out of the 3 points, 2 are in gated communities, HOA, and it's very rare for any of those 3 waterfront areas to have homes for sale. So if you are interested, you would have to keep an eye out in those areas and be patient, because if it's more about the location for you, then definitely be patient. It would be worth it. The rest of the homes in this area are not in HOAs, other than the 2 that I mentioned, okay, for part 1 video. We are still talking about a non-HOA community, and I know a lot of people that are interested in that, and yet you have newer homes. Okay, I would say if you compare it to Sandpiper Bay, Sandpiper Bay it's one of the oldest communities in Port St. Lucie. So you have homes starting, being built in 1960s. That's old, okay? Not even downplaying that. When it comes to homes in Southbend Lakes, you're looking at late 1990s, 1998, 2000 homes are starting to be built. And so you can even find homes from 2017 and even some now. There's still construction going on. Very few plots of land left, but there are. So you will still find homes from 2020, 2021. And so it is more updated homes. You have more yard. You have more square footage under AC. So you're looking at closer to maybe starting at the 1,800 square foot for homes, and then it goes up from there. 2,500, square feet can be a home. Again, non-HOA community. There are 2-story homes also accessible. So there's a variety. I really, really like Southbend Lakes. I like Port St. Lucie because there's that variety that you can, buy. Whether you want younger homes or you don't mind the older homes, but because it's older, it might be a little bit more affordable, yada, 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 right? So there's different price points. And so let's go over a little chart. This is what is accessible as of me making this video. Again, not a lot of resales happening in Southbend Lakes because it's a good spot. People don't want to leave. And that includes schools, right? And these school assignments or the school zone is good. You don't want to leave it. So here in this chart, you'll see that only 6 homes right now are for resale. And they range. They're around the 340s up to 500,000. And yes, some homes can even be 600,000-700,000. Specifically in this part 1 video of Southbend Lakes. Okay, let me just specify that. So when it comes down to it, you'll see that the homes can be 3 bedrooms or more. The square footage is about 1,800 to start off with. And yeah, then you have something as old as 1989, but there are still most of them from like 1998. Okay, so just to give you an idea of how the market is in Southbend Lakes, very desirable, great location to do things, to get to things, great school zone, space in the homes, newer homes. Why would you move? So I just want to point out how amazing this neighborhood is too. If this video has helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. If you need any assistance in listing your home or in buying a home on the Treasure Coast, then reach out to me. My information is in the description below. I hope you have a great day. My name is Natalia Reinhardt, and I am your host of the Treasure Coast, and I will see you around town.